AKA Padders. Welcome back to the Feed of Feeds. This is the AKAPAD Film Buff podcast, and I'm your host, Peter A. DeLuca, coming to you from Philadelphia, PA. And according to my analytics, United States of America. I've been getting some foreign listeners. It's so exciting, guys. Welcome to it. We're talking a better man today, or better man. I thought this movie was a better, but no, it's just better. It's over 2 hours long. Classified, categorized, fantasy autobiography. Fantasy musical autobiography. It's a musical autobiography. Robbie Williams. Yes, some of what you hear about Americans not knowing about who this guy is true. I cannot name any of his music, but then there's also a point to be made with the wider range of how we discover and share music. We're going to discuss that. But something bad, something sinister, and something evil is happening with this movie. I'm not exaggerating. This is not hyperbolic. It's very similar to Joker 2, if you guys remember those episodes. And if you're new here, these episodes, these are some of the important ones. Commonly, I refer to a lot of my important episodes as being able to discuss a movie that the internet has hated, maligned, trashed, or essentially derailed and stole the audience from. Yes, this movie has its audience stolen from it. So we're going to get into all of these things. I'm going to try and, give you a nice little blanket and tuck you in at night. But we have there's a lot of moving parts with some of these opinions. This is an editorial episode. I also apologize for that. I don't do a lot of these. My plan for 2025 is to do more editorial based episodes, give you guys more streamlined opinions. So guys, we gotta talk about Better Man.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Yeah, sorry for the long intro if you're new here. The analytics crack me up sometimes. It's amazing where you see a spike in some countries, you see that trend line go up in some countries. It's exciting, and AKA Padders, I know. We all love movies. We don't like movies when and I'm talking a little. I'm far reaching here. We're talking a little bit in a platitude, right? Do we like when movies succeed? Or do we just want every movie to fail? Do we want every single movie to fail so we can make fun of it? So it becomes, in a way, content for us. Even if it's a quick Twitter post or X post or Facebook post, you're making content out of something, correct? I mean, you're not talking about your life. You're talking about something else, and you're trying to tap into a topic. I say this because I do see an epidemic in just film opinion, film discussion overall. Captain America, and I'm giving you a quick, immediate example. Captain America, Brave New World. It's already done. You already have to hate that movie. Isn't that amazing? You can't just sit down and maybe get thrilled by Red Hulk. Now, I'm just long standing. I believe Red Hulk is one of the worst characters Marvel Comics has ever put onto the printed page. I believe created by the great Ed McGuinness and Jeff Loeb. So it's not like I don't know about these things, aka Padders. Joker 2 didn't have a chance. Captain America Brave New World. This movie, Better Man, no chance. Part of the narrative that keeps getting repeated is nobody knows who this guy is. Americans don't know who this guy is. That might be true. But at the same time, when we get into recently what we've been absorbing, Rocket Man 2019, we've had a Queen movie. We have a Bob Dylan movie coming out with Timothy Chalamet. Music biographies have become, they're very in vogue. People like music biographies. In a way, they're all musicals. You will get a person that doesn't like a musical that will sit down to watch a musical biography because they don't consider the music musical. They just don't. You can weave it the way that they did with that Elton John movie, where his songs are kind of a part of his biography, and you're just watching the life of Elton John, and you love his music, and it's not a musical. There's nothing I've seen from this movie that doesn't make me want to see it. I think the concept is absolutely imaginative. I think it's absolutely amazing, and dare I say, ballsy. I had to look into a little bit of why we're a monkey. I just think that confuses people. I don't know if people can watch Robert Downey Jr. Put on a robotic suit of armor, and that's a good suspension of disbelief. They can go with that. Hell, people go all in on the Harry Potter movies, right? I mean, and some of that makes no freaking sense. It just makes no sense. It's just like, what are we doing here? We have people who are experts in the lore of Dune, and they're flipping out about Dune prophecy, right? But for some reason, if we have our title character that also happens to be a real life person, we act confused as of why the guy is a monkey, and he's a monkey because he sees himself that way. Now, it can get a little bit deeper. He thinks he's the monkey, or we see him as the monkey, right? It kind of goes both ways. I'm sure scene by scene there's certain scenes that toggle between both of those insights. There's nothing I've seen from this movie that doesn't make me want to see it. That doesn't make me amazingly curious. As of now, I mean, I don't even want to discuss where we are with the box office on this thing. So it becomes in vogue. It becomes a nice low-hanging fruit social media discussion of, why does this guy have a movie? And then it becomes, why is this guy a monkey? And then it's, who really wants to see this movie? The movie costs $110 million. Box office is $14.1 million. So it's going to lose over $100 million. Isn't that crazy? All because we have a bunch of people trying to, I don't know, they're just trying to pretend that they have a level of intelligence when they discuss movies. Anyone that cares about movies, when you see these numbers, everything I just told you, you should get upset. You should freak out. Our director, Michael Gracie, looks like he comes from the School of Special Effects, and he directed a Pink documentary film, and he's the director of The Greatest Showman, which is wild. 2017, right? Hugh Jackman. A ton, I've said this before on this podcast, a ton of people have told me to see this movie, and I haven't seen it yet. So this guy has experience in music. He has experience in special effects. And we basically want to say, we could be done with him headlining movies. Which is sad, because I don't know. I mean, I think if you create one movie that is worthy of discussion, it means like you can pick, you can pick and develop projects. Like, what's in front of your face. A Better Man, even leading into the release, it did capture my curiosity. I just liked the idea. I think Pharrell Williams right now. Right? Didn't he do like a Lego movie of his life? He did a biography. It's a freaking Lego movie. For some reason, like, that's okay. But this is too much. A lot of people don't even know who Pharrell is. I gotta be honest. I know people who are in the know pretend. But, it's not like he's exactly he's no Elton John. Robbie Williams, no Elton John. I think we should aggressively pursue ways to talk about our lives, and Better Man is 100% it. But people will dogpile on this movie, and sometimes, I gotta speak for the trees. I gotta be like the Lorax, the Dr. Seuss Lorax. I gotta say the things that I know no one else is saying. That's where you're right a lot of the times. when you spend 2 seconds on YouTube and you see 2 opinions on this video, and you're just like, okay, that's what we're doing. I invite this movie into my film world, into why I love movies. I think 10 years from now, if someone discovered this movie, they would be blown away. Now, the quality, is it a good movie? I don't know. I mean, it's about a person's life, so it's going to have an arc. The guy who the movie's about still alive, so I'm pretty sure it's going to have a meaning. And I like biographies that are somewhat that float around a person's life, meaning they're not in the dirt yet. It's interesting. Is it too soon? I don't know. I think that's my really, and I'm talking about the written page. Like, my only beef with a lot of biographies is that they're too soon. But AKA Padders, I just think better as a film community, I guess, right? I hate that term. I just think this has to stop. I think we have to be able to sit down and watch movies. We're seeing it right now with potentially Captain America Brave New World can cripple Marvel Studios. I mean, it's ungodly how much money that they spent on that movie trying to get it right. That alone should build enough curiosity to go see it. I'm curious. That's why I want to go see it. So there you go. Our AKA Padders. I know you're new here, and yes, I know I got some we got regulars out there, but I'm talking to some of the newbies that fire me up. Guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate everything. You're, I don't know, you just make it fun. So rock and roll, you guys. Have a good day.
Okay, that's a wrap.